Over the past 2 years, massive floods swept across western Wisconsin, leaving communities in Crosse County waiting for funding for repair projects.
Well, just one storm in September of 2016 had estimated damages here topping $1 million. And then in August of 2017, another storm left $4.25 million in damages just in La Crosse County.
News 8's Mal Meyer talked to experts about how communities are still trying to recover after disaster strikes. He now joins us in the newsroom.
Mike and Martha, natural disasters can happen at a moment's notice, with a costly toll for communities and the people who live there long after the storm has passed. Rebuilding can take years as communities have to file the paperwork to see if they're even eligible to receive aid, leaving many communities with projects on hold. In September of 2016 and July of 2017, western Wisconsin was hit by a series of storms which caused millions of dollars in damages. In order to receive additional help to respond to the disaster, the affected municipalities needed to first declare a local state of emergency.
At the state level, once they realize that several communities are impacted or one community is seriously impacted, the governor can declare that too.
Lori Getter with Wisconsin Emergency Management says there's a big misconception about what the declaration means.
That does not mean that FEMA is here and we have a disaster declaration and that there will be funding for individuals whose homes may have been flooded or destroyed, or to local governments.
Instead, National Guard members and other agencies may be mobilized, but the declaration does pave the way for potential FEMA funding.
In that state of emergency, we are saying that this has exceeded local limits. We're using state resources. We may need federal assistance.
Officials need to then calculate the total cost of damages for public property that was not insured. For Wisconsin to even ask for federal aid, that number would have to be well over $8 million. Those costs to rebuild roads, bridges, or public buildings would then have to be paid for by smaller communities.
A township with an operating budget of $10,000 or $15,000 cannot afford a $50,000 road repair.
And even if the community does receive the funding, it still takes years before they can get reimbursement.
We're still trying to finish the repairs, still starting to get the money back to the communities who have such awful, awful losses.
Across the state, there are many times when storms didn't meet such high damage repair costs. In those cases, communities still can apply to financial aid through the Public Assistance Program or State of Wisconsin Disaster Fund. Mike?
Thanks a lot, Mal. Although La Crosse County's damages are being estimated to be well over $4 million for just one storm in 2017, it was a record-breaking year for the nation as a whole. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, weather events cost the U.S. a staggering $306 billion.